Hello, Internet. The All Things YouTube live show is about to start. As always, the countdown timer is about to come on. If you are watching this as a replay, go ahead and fast forward through the countdown timer. I will not mind. That's totally fine. I could chop that off, but then it will remove features that you need. And I don't want to remove YouTube features that you need. As always, we'll get the bald spot cam going as well. That is a fan favorite. I'll always have a hot mic, and we'll start with some audio jams. Oh yeah, here we go, baby. It's gonna be an awesome show. Invite your friends. This is the show they will want to see. Rich Vibes is in the house. Hi, Rich. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another All Things YouTube live show. I'm your host, Matt Haas. This is the show where I break down everything that's new and different on the YouTubes, and I help you make searchable videos people actually watch, because that's what you need to do to grow your channel. Without that, nothing else will work. So you are in the right place. We're going to have an awesome show. I'm going to show you some out-of-the-box thinking to get traffic to your YouTube channel. YouTube loves that. That's called a session start. Yeah, if you're a geeky web developer like me, session start is the term. Basically, it means someone starts their watching experience on YouTube with your video being number one because you brought them to the channel. YouTube loves that, and they reward the first video in the line. That's you. So you want that. You want YouTube to reward you. Oh, look at this. Open Q&A all night long. John Pullum, new friend of mine, he says, is that a bi-directional HDMI to DVI cable hooked up to your monitor? Yes, sir, it is. And let me lighten up that color a little bit. I have a brand new computer here, and I'm trying... There we go. Oh, isn't that better now? Yeah, brand new computer, and I haven't pushed all the buttons yet, so I'm seeing how that goes. Hopefully that message will clear. Let's see who is in the house. We have Coffee Talk and Tech. Hello. John Pullum, as I said. Dr. Elo, the doctor, is in the house. Welcome, Dr. Elo. Jim Bashirs. Hello, my friend. Shauna's here. And who else? Rich Vibes. Harneo Media, that's my friend, Mr. Steve Nealon. Portal Woodworks, David Jones. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, this is going to be an amazing show. So like I said, I got a brand new computer. You can't even see it. Where's the computer? It's not here. It's not here. It's behind the monitor. It's the new M1 Mac Mini, and I am so jazzed about it. I'm going to do a walkthrough video of everything in this office, every light, every piece of audio equipment, every piece of video equipment, everything. And I'm going to break it all down with links so you can go purchase. You want these lights? Boom. I'll tell you exactly where to get them. You want this mic? You want this soundboard? Whatever. So that's going to be fun. Nailbender is here. He says, yo, hello, Nailbender. Welcome to All Things YouTube. M1 Mac. Yes, brother. M1 Mac Mini, fully loaded. Oh, and I got a new purchase arriving tomorrow because John had mentioned this wacky cable here. This comment here. So let me put that comment back up. Yeah, this HDMI to DVI cable that connects this monitor to the HDMI port on the back of the Mac Mini, and without that, this monitor wouldn't work. So yeah, it came just in time for the show. Walkthrough, yes, okay, you got it, brother. It's coming up. It's coming up. I love my M1 Mac Mini. You can't even hear it. That's another thing. It's completely silent. Oh my God! I used to have the cripple the turbo boost feature. Yeah, Intel came out with a utility on the Mac to cripple the turbo boost feature on the the Intel i9 chip. Essentially, Apple built their computers to cram as much information through the processor so it's as fast as possible, but it heats up way too much. I always had to cripple it. I never felt that was a good thing for me. There's open Q&A all night. If you have any questions about YouTube, you just drop them in the chat whenever. There's no special time you can ask your question. I'll get to them. If I go a long time without answering your question, just ask it a second time. That's totally fine. Midnight Scroller's here. Hello, Midnight Scroller. And Cutting Edge TV. Hey, Matt. Hey, guys. Hey. Is that Mario? I think so. Anyway, welcome, Cutting Edge TV. And Jim Bashir says, so all you need to take out a home equity loan to buy those Macs. This Mac was cheap, baby. I'm turning it. I'm going to sell my 16-inch MacBook Pro fully loaded with all the upgrades, and I'm going to get about $1,600 for it. So it's an even Steven swap. It really is. Oh, and this is a new upgrade that I'm going to buy. Look at this puppy. Do you have any idea what this is? This is the fastest SSD external drive. It's a whopping 2 terabytes. There, 2 terabytes of data, and has the speeds up to 2,700 megabytes a second. It's gonna be. This is as fast as the internal drive. Now that is an up to amount, so it's not really, but it is rated faster than anything. So I'm gonna bolt that into the Mac Mini, and then when I do the video editing, that's where my file, because my video editing on Final Cut Pro, I had an external spinning platter hard drive, which was slow read-write speeds. Now it's going to be this. There's going to be no beach balls whatsoever. Beach ball is like the waiting, the computer is waiting to catch up motion. The cursor turns into like a spinning ball. They call it a beach ball. There's going to be no beach balls, and it's going to be my scratch disk for Photoshop. So I have less read-write actions on the internal SSD of the Mac Mini. Anyway, I'm geeking out. And no, I don't need to take out a home equity loan for that at all. Artfully Blind with Diana is here. Hello. Thanks for stopping in. And I have one piece of news. I always have the news of the week. I follow the developers of YouTube and Google. And anything that's new and different, I tell you what's happening on the platform. And I always give my opinion as to whether or not you should do whatever it is that's new and different on the platform. Because you shouldn't always. There's some features I just will refuse to partake in because they're bad. They're bad for you. They're good for YouTube, but they're bad for you. Not many. Okay, let me get the news of the week banner up. Where is the news of the week banner? Again, new computer, new setup. I'm having trouble pushing all the buttons. There it is. News of the week. Boom. I changed the screen here just so if you're watching as a replay, you can scroll the playhead and find this little green banner on the little preview. And it's more convenient for you. Everything I do is a convenience for you, my wonderful viewer. Yeah, cutting edge TV, that's fast. Yeah, it is fast. It is wicked fast. Okay, the first piece of news is self-certification. This has to do with channels that are monetized. So you would need to be in the YouTube Partner Program, sometimes called YPP. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours over the previous year's time. So 365 days in the past, you have to have 4,000 watch hours. Then you have to be submit an application, and it has to be human approved. Then you're in YPP. Then they share the revenue with you for the ads. Well, self-certification is when you publish a video, YouTube will ask you which one of these advertiser-friendly guidelines are not being followed. So if you swear excessively, you can check that. And then you will get the orange or the yellow dollar sign, which means limited ads. They'll put fewer ads on your thing. And if what you say is what the algorithm predicts it should be, then you get a good mark, and they keep track of that. Well, if you said, I'm following all the advertiser-friendly guidelines, and it turns out you weren't, then they ding you. And the ding is your choices are null and void, and YouTube's system will default to the algorithmic version. So the algorithm will decide if it's a green dollar sign or a yellow. Well, it used to be if you had one miscategorization and you were stuck back in algorithm land rather than YouTube trusting what you actually say, because that's what the self-certification is. You say it's approved, you go in with the green dollar sign, but they will follow up and do the check later on. Now you get 2, so they've relaxed it. You can be wrong twice, and you only need to be wrong when you say it's green and it's really yellow. So you say it's good and it's actually bad. You can be wrong twice, and then they'll default you back into algorithm only, and they won't trust your entries. So that's new and different. You can be wrong the opposite way. You can say it's yellow and it actually turns out to be green. That's fine. You don't get affected by that. So that's the news of the week. That's what's different here. Let's see what's going on in the chat. I did my first test stream today. Excellent, Rich Vibes. Test stream on YouTube? That's great. I'll go look that up. If it's public, I hope it's public. I'd like to take a sneak peek. Chef MDT second. Yeah, that's a hard lesson for some. Oh, sorry. Yep, no, we gotcha. Excellent. It's Rich Vibes streaming on the YouTubes. I love it. He has a show on Mixcloud, which I really like on Sundays. When is it? It's in the afternoon on Sundays. I thought it was 3 p.m. Eastern, but I think it shifts around. Anyway, it's cool. I like it. All right. Let's get into the topic. Who wants to know how to drive eyeballs to their channel? Say me in the chat, if that's you. Okay, I'm going to look at this article that was published by my web hosting company. Yes, I have a website. It's called allthingsyoutube.com, and this company hosts it. I do have an affiliate code, but I don't advertise it. Whatever. It is what it is. A hashtag not sponsored. And this has to do with websites. Now, I know what you're thinking, Matt, this is a YouTube show. Why are you talking about websites? The same concepts apply. I just thought it was a great article, and it's kind of out of the box type thinking here. Okay, so let me get into this. But before I get too much deeper, I do want to let people know a few things, and that is I have a course. 32 lessons are free. You can go ahead and get in on that. The course is How to Be Awesome on YouTube, and I will do a deep dive review of your channel and do a one-on-one Zoom with you. And this is a product you can buy. Link is in the comments. Look for the deep dive review. You can talk directly to me through the Facebook group. If you're not in this Facebook group, this is the same information. But I like the little cards too. Yeah, search for this on Facebook and join a thriving community of YouTube experts and people who want to be experts at YouTube. And then my email list. Get in on this email list, people. I keep you posted with everything that's happening on the email list. Here's things you can get, and I'll catch some money with some affiliate stuff. So Ecamm is what I'm using to run my production. And before you shop, click this link and then do your shopping. Same price for you. I'll catch a few pennies. I have a little bit of merch. And then I also have Patreon. Patreon, Stream Elements, you get your name right here if you use this one. All links are in the description. So if you do this one right now, it will automatically show up there. And of course, you can buy me a coffee, and that's there as well. Here are my top patrons: Jerry Brown, Hardy Media, Love Audio Production, Osprey Mama, Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashirs, and Shalalala Productions. If you want to be a patron, I'll put your stuff up here and shout you out on each live stream, and you get placements in each email newsletter too with links. Steve Carmichael, Miter Mike's Woodshop, Anna B Workshop, OJ Woodworking Crafts, Hobbies Woodshop, The Mad Maker, sponsored by Verbose Perspectives. That's on the Shalalala Productions website and on James Hicks's website. So check that out. It's the last Thursday of each month is when that show happens. You're using a Sony ZV-1 ? Oh, if that question is for me, close. I'm using a Sony A6100. That's my camera, and I have the Sigma 16mm lens with f1.4, and that's a prime lens, no zoom. Simply Wooden Creations is here. Hi, Russ Clarity. That's my friend Russ. What about the new YouTube feature allowing people to sample our videos? What's it mean at All Things YouTube? Oh, great. Great. Yeah, this is still a developing story, but I'll tell you what I know for sure. Sammy Superstar is here. We have a superstar in the house, everybody. He is a creative genius. Special thanks to Sammy. I'm a gearhead. I'm a technology expert, but even I bounce ideas off of very smart people, and Sammy was kind enough to listen to me with my new hardware layout, and he gave me some good tips and confirmed some things that I suspected. He's quite the smart one over there. Thank you, Sammy, again. Hey, Jamie Hong is here. Hey, that's my name on the screen. Is that your name on the screen? Well, welcome. Yes, latest subscriber. Check it out. That's another thing you can do. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed. Whoops. Why was I doing that? Because I do this at the pre-show. It's just sort of muscle memory. I meant to do this. Subscribe. Yeah, like the show if you haven't already. That's a free thing you can do. Okay. Artfully Blind. I'm going to tackle your question here before I go back to the main topic, because a lot of people are talking about this, and we'll cover it. Let me go over to my YouTube studio, and you go into any content video. Just go into here, for example. So now I'm looking at the details of one video. Did I click it? I didn't click it. There we go. Now I clicked it. All right. If you scroll down, this is the statement right here. See that? Okay. Allows people to create shorts using parts of this video. Turning this off will permanently delete all shorts sampling its content. Not all videos can opt out. And this is on by default. So this is a new feature. There is a checkbox right here. As far as I know, this is on 100% of everybody's videos. I think this is rolled out worldwide. No one's really exactly sure. Well, I shouldn't say that. Here's what we know. Here's what we know. If you publish a short, that's a less than a minute with a hashtag short in it, and it can be eligible for the shorts shelf on your channel and on the main YouTube homepage. People will be able to take little clips of that and reuse your short. Now, this is absolutely allowed by the terms of service, because when you signed up to stream and post videos on YouTube, you signed up for, you agreed to the terms of service, and the terms of service basically says YouTube can do whatever they want with your content, and YouTube has the right to use your content on the platform. I mean, it's just like the telephone calls of the olden days. Like, the phone company has the right to take your electronic voice signal and push it through their network to the other end. So it's sort of like that, but they have the right to do it. Basically, people can take little clips of the content in your shorts and reuse it. Some people suspect this is only going to be audio, so if they wanted to lift your audio, they could use it. But the way it's written is it can be video and audio. So putting your stuffs in shorts are going to be used by other people. Now, shorts aren't monetized when they're in the shelf, when they're in the short shelf of YouTube. They're not monetized that way. They're monetized if they're viewed on your channel page. Then they can be monetized and count towards certain metrics. But so that's really all we know, is the other YouTube users are going to be able to take your short content, clips of it, and reuse it. That's what we know. Good or bad? I don't know if that's good or bad. But that's the deal, yo. Catching up on the comments. Matt, just in case you don't realize, it's John Ryan from the excellent. John Ryan, welcome to the channel, my friend. Hey, Spirit, throw me a bonus here. That's Brenda. Thanks for showing up, Brenda. Okay, let's talk about. Oh, excellent. Yep, that's what it is. As I know more about that feature, I will certainly let you know. I'm going to take a look at a few suggestions from this article. Now, it has to do with websites, and it is from my web host, hashtag not sponsored. But a lot of this can be adapted to getting eyeballs on anything. Now, again, it's written to get eyeballs on a website, but let's take a look, because I read it and it's really cool. And I'm going to skip a couple that this technically has 19. We're not going to talk about all 19, but we will get in there. The first couple is just advice about making good content. And this talks about niche specific content. Of course, you got to niche down. To be very broad on YouTube and be successful, possible, difficult. Possible, but difficult. So we're not going to spend much time on that. Evergreen. This is another good piece of advice. Evergreen means your content is just as relevant when you published it as it is a month, a year, 2 years from now. YouTube channels about breaking news, that's relevant for 24 hours, and then no one ever comes back to it. But if you, like on my woodworking channel, I have many channels on YouTube. If you want to see all of my channels, go to wizardofhaas.com. It lists them all out. Anyway, this is a piece of evergreen content. I taught you how to make a router table, sort of like a wooden table with a machine on it that treats the edges of boards. You're going to want to know how to make that tool, that router table, today, a month from now, a year from now. It's evergreen. Evergreen content works really good on YouTube. Eye-catching visual content. John Pullum, this is for you. This means overlays. Lots of overlays. Oh, there's Wizard of Haas right there. Make sure you spell it H-A-A-S, Wizard of Haas. You know, where's my rim shot? There we go. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Now, this won't necessarily drive eyeballs to you, but it'll keep the eyeballs on your content. I'm a big fan of changing the screen at least every 10 seconds. This is why I have that flip. That flip is there for a reason, because when your eyes see something change visually, it tells your brain, hold on, something happened. I'm going to stay focused. And science has proven that hold on, stay focused statement that happens to all people, this happens just a human response, it lingers for about 8 to 10 seconds. So every time there's something, so I put stuff on the screen all the time. And I do that on purpose, because every time you do it, anyway, so that's when it says eye-catching visuals, put eye-catching stuff on the screen. Expert roundups. This is really a YouTube, or this is a website specific thing. This translates from YouTube to collabs. Do collaborations. They're amazing. I did a collaboration where I made a cutting board that looked like Pac-Man. And another woodworker made a cutting board that looked like the ghost, the Pac-Man ghost. I made 2 Pac-Mans. He made 2 ghosts. We gave each other the second one so we would have a complete set. We both made videos and we both pointed our audiences to each other, and we both grew. That collabs are amazing. So we're going to have other episodes of All Things YouTube Live and other standalone videos on the All Things YouTube channel about collabs. But collabs are amazing, and it's like an influx of new viewers when you do that. It's really great. My brain is staying focused. Don't belong in the same sentence. Oh, come on now, Jim. Thanks, Sammy. Always be repurposing. Heck yes. Look at all these good good tips here. You know, cut your stuff up, put it everywhere. Presentations can be on YouTube. It's kind of like a backwards thing because remember this was focused on websites, but you know, it's a good tip. Guides can go on social media, email marketing. I'm a huge email marketer, big fan of that. I know people make fun of me. Oh, Matt, you're so 1997 with your emails. You got to get with the program. No. Email is direct from you to the inbox with no interference from anyone else's platform. When you publish on YouTube, did you get the pop-up notification? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't control that. I control inboxes though. I can control emails. And anyway, don't hate on email marketing. It's amazing. You know, blah, blah, blah. Mix your stuff up. The only thing I don't recommend for most people, and this goes against conventional wisdom, so you can be mad at me. Like you can throw some shade my way for what I'm about to say because it's going to rub some people the wrong way. But I am not a big fan of taking live content, cutting it down into shorter video clips and re-uploading the video clips. You can do that in certain use cases, but I generally don't recommend it. Now, if it's an interview, that's different. You know, then yes. Then take your interview that you did live, cut out the pauses, try and clean it up, and then, of course, do that. But in general, making a standalone video out of a live, and here's why I don't like it. You get one run through. What you did live, the first take. It's a first take type of situation. If you're good at making content the first take, then that tip is for you. Then that's okay. If you're not polished on camera and you don't have an A-level game on camera when you're delivering live, then just reshoot it. So I use All Things YouTube Live to pitch ideas and to pitch and not pitch ideas, but to put stuff out in front of the audience. And if it's good, I will reshoot it. The next day I won't be live. I'll do the content again, nice and tight. Bring it in and video edit. So that's my spiel. I'm not unless you can deliver first take. If you're a first take streamer, then take your live show and make smaller clips out of it. Otherwise, I don't always recommend it. I don't know. You might get mad at me, but that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. A collab got me started, says Jim Bashir's. Excellent. Pac-Man collab, awesome. Yeah. If you go back on the catalog for here and check it out, it's just do a search for Pac-Man on that channel. You'll be like,
wow, that's really cool, Matt.
Ooh, boy, that was loud, wasn't it? Voice changers, you gotta love them. Kevin's here. Hi, Kevin. Welcome. Talking Tax. Hey. Sorry, I'm late. No, never be sorry. There's no wrong way to watch my show. You can jump in late. You can jump in the middle. You can jump in at the end. You can watch it the whole way through. I'm glad for every view and every minute of watch time you can give me. Don't forget to drop a like if this is good content for you. And if you haven't, hit this big red button. Once you hit it, it'll turn gray. I like this button gray. I don't like it red. All right. Any questions along the way, drop them in the chat. And if I miss it, just ask it a second time. That's totally fine. Update stagnant content. This is something I don't do very much. I tend to do a video and then I'll never revisit it. You can revisit it. I did a lot of videos where my set's much darker. I had a different camera. I'm much more zoomed up. Now I think I've got this dialed up. I've improved some of my audio. I'm probably going to go back and redo a couple of my old videos. So that's something you should definitely do. Don't think you shouldn't do that. And don't think just because someone else did a video on the topic that you can't do it on your channel. People want to hear it from you. It's totally fine. OMG, Matt, you haven't seen my show since Thursday. Check out the beginning of the beginning. I changed it up for after the countdown. Excellent. Excellent. I love people changing things up and improving. I'll do that. John, I believe your name is. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Taxes is something that I am making an effort to understand more in 2021, because I always end load all of my problems at the end of, I don't know why Sammy's is up there. Yeah, I'm getting some good tips on taxes that are like a light touch, because, you know, I don't want to get thrown into it. Always be outreaching. Yeah. This is more about, you know, industry contacts and things like this, but connection, baby. You know that. It's always good to connect. This next one doesn't really make sense for YouTube channels. For those that just jumped on, I'm going over an article about how to drive traffic to your website. However, a lot of it is good for YouTube channels as well. Oh, yes, it's John. Good. Guest posting. This is similar to collabs. I'll just roll that into the collab thing there. Again, we're not going to touch on that at all of these, because some of them are really actually specific just to websites. Reach out to influencers. Again, talking more about collabs. Now, you don't want to, like, if you have 1,000 subscribers, you don't want to go to someone that has 250,000. That's a little much. Email marketing. Hey, what did I say, folks? What did I say? Oh, look, the article says exactly what I said. Sounds a little dated. Do people even open emails anymore? The answer is yes. Yes, they do. Definitely. And email marketing is free. I mean, you can have paid services. I use MailChimp, hashtag not sponsored. MailChimp is free for, like, I think under 1,000 list members. So if you have less than 2,000 list members, anyway, it's free unless you're big time. I've been rocking that forever, and it's free. It's 100% free. So do it. Jim Bashir says, I'd just be happy if the SSA would tell me if my wife can start taking her SSA now, and it will go up for half of mine when I start taking it. Gotcha. Connect with Talking Tax. That's my suggestion. Yeah. Participate in online communities. Can I get a heck yeah for this one? Look, folks, I subscribe to Gary Vaynerchuk's Jab, 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 Right Hook. And it's a book that he wrote. And it essentially means you have to give, and then ask. You just can't be drive-by dropping links and not joining the conversation. Join the conversation, be helpful, answer questions, ask questions, be part of the community. And then when you put your ask in there, hey, I'm going live, or hey, check out my new video, or hey, sign up for my email list, or buy me a coffee, or whatever it is that you're pushing. Could be take my free course, free YouTube training. It won't be met with resistance. You know, no one likes someone that's just has a one-way funnel to them. You've got to join the conversation, and that's what these participate in online communities entry is here in this article. Look, if you don't have the time to comment on the comments that appear on your videos, if you don't have time to run around in different communities and try and be part of the conversation, then it's going to be really hard growing. It really will be. I run in all kinds of communities. You know, I have this channel too, where I play that thing, and I'm on the piano forums on Facebook, and I'm participating. I'm answering the questions. People need buying advice. I'm helping out. Try to be as helpful as possible. They're having trouble understanding the notes on the page. I'll help. Be helpful. Question: how do you push buy me a coffee without looking like a money grab or being desperate? Easy. You just be real with people. You're like, look, just say, if this free content is helpful to you and you have the means, throw me a few dollars at Buy Me a Coffee. I would really appreciate it. I also like to remind people that, even small amounts, is actually very helpful, because when you're in the YouTube partner program, I'm not there yet. I'm not at 1,000, almost. Relatively speaking, 1,000 views with ads on your videos, 1,000 video views is about $1 in your pocket. Actually, a little bit less. So if you give a creator $1, it's the same power as you giving them 1,000 views. That's pretty substantial. So that's how you ask for Buy Me a Coffee without sounding like a money grab. You just be real, and you remind people of the value that they're getting. And I always put a pitch in that, it's not mandatory. Don't feel like you have to, but if you're in a place where you can, that really helps. And believe me, I'm sort of in way over my head. This is not a cheap endeavor, but I feel that I'm actually providing great value to the community. My true and honest goal is to make YouTube the place for entertainment and education, because I love that the normal person with consumer level video gear can reach a worldwide audience and make a living. I'm so happy about this time that we live in. I know there's a lot of turmoil. I know the world isn't perfect, but you couldn't do this 10 years ago. You couldn't earn a living just a decade ago, and now you can. You don't need anyone's permission. You need a phone, camera, and an internet connection, and you can reach a worldwide audience. If you have something to say that people want to hear, you got to make the videos people want to watch. But you can do it. Adam's Exploits is here. Thanks for stopping in, Adam. And thanks for letting me know that you were going to attend, but you could attend late. You never feel like you have to give me that information, but I was happy that you gave me a heads up. And it's always good. If you can't make it, you can't make it. There's the replay button. I get it. When are you going to pinstripe the keyboard like your scroll saw? Yeah. I have a scroll saw that looks like Eddie Van Halen's guitar on that channel that I just put up on. Adam says, I have over 3,000 invested in YouTube, computer, camera, lens, cases. Oh, brother. I feel you. I feel you. And Talking Tax says, well, so far I have done a lot on Buy Me a Coffee, but it has slowed up for a bit. So I am guessing it's people do not have the means. Oh, that's true too. And then tax season is winding down too. So maybe they were happy in the moment when they were preparing their taxes, and now that that's sort of behind everyone, maybe that's maybe that has something to do with it. Who knows? Who knows? Ask. You can poll your audience. You can poll your audience. A couple cat videos can help you get started. 50% of all online video have a cat in them. It's true statistics. Science has proved it. If you're giving value, they will want to. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's go back to these more hints there. So this is the same as the topic we just said above. Add a community to your site. And again, this is an article, how to drive traffic to your website. A lot of it applies. Add a community to your YouTube channel. I'm big on this. Really, that's why I've got this. Is everyone in this Facebook group? Go ahead and get in on this Facebook group if you haven't been in there already. I'll accept you, and it's free. You can ask questions, and you can answer questions. It's fun to answer questions, too. And people are trying to grow their channel just like you. It's a great place to be. And I respond to questions there. At least I do for now. Hopefully I'll get huge, and we'll try and figure that out. That would be a good problem to have. But right now, I'm on top. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put my other lights on here. Oh, that one was on, but not this one. I like the menacing red under Darth Vader. Anyway. What does John say? I'm surprised Buy Me a Coffee doesn't have other payment options. I went to use it just now, but don't have my wallet with me. I figured they do PayPal, etc. Yeah. This guy is PayPal right there. Stream Elements. That's this. This is a link is in the chat as well. And when you do this one, John, you get your name right here, and your name will stay there on the interface until someone tips over top of you. Could be a couple minutes from now. Could be a couple shows from now. Who knows? It's a good way to advertise a little bit here on a show for not much money, and it helps me out. I'm there, joined a week ago. Ba-bam. Buy Me a Coffee does accept PayPal. Oh, good to know, John. Thank you, Talking Tax, for confirming. And thank you, John, for trying. I appreciate the effort. But okay, add a community to your site. Remember we were talking about that? Add a community to your site. Yeah. All Things YouTube should really be called All Things Grow an Audience. That's what I teach you. Everything I do on this channel is for you to grow an audience. Because without the audience, you can't have your business goals be achieved. It doesn't matter what you're doing on YouTube. I use the term business a lot because you should run your YouTube channel like a business. Whether you have a business or not, it should be run like a business. But you could sell something like a business, or you could inspire, educate, or entertain. Whatever you're doing, that's not going to work without an audience. So when I teach you how to make banging thumbnails and title combinations, well, a combination of titles and thumbnails, that's to help you grow an audience. Well, yes, it's to help you get more clicks, but it ultimately leads to growing an audience. Everything, when I talk about new interface items, new checkboxes and new drop-down menus and new features, yeah, it could have a purpose, but the bigger purpose is to grow an audience. It's to grow an audience. Jim Bashir says, we changed our credit cards at work to get away from American Express. Their fees got so bad, businesses wouldn't take them. Yeah, that's always been a thing. I'm surprised it's even more expensive. Yeah, I went to buy some embroidery. I went to an embroidery place and bought 200 embroidered shirts or whatever like that. Paid with the corporate credit. Oh, I'm going to have to charge you 5% more. I'm like, no, you're not. Oh, that's just our policy. I'm like, no, it isn't. It's like we almost went to fisticuffs over that one. PayPal charges a fee that they don't want to incur. Yeah. All right. Here's the nerdy stuff. Who wants to get nerdy? Focus on keywords. This is all of the metadata within YouTube. You look, if YouTube gives you a little box to put text in, fill it out. Everything. Title, description, tags, even though tags are less and less relevant now. The box is still there, so you fill it out. Put things in playlists, everything. Is the about page on your YouTube channel, is the about your YouTube channel box empty? Did you put much thought into it? Put thought into it and make sure it's not empty. Put stuff. There should be no empty boxes on the back end of your YouTube channel in the YouTube studio. Fill it all out. Niantic River Woodcrafting with Chris Nealon is here. The longest YouTube channel name on the platform, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Chris. Good to have you here again. We're talking about tips to drive traffic to your YouTube channel. If you haven't, drop a like. That's free for you to do. It really helps out the channel. Helps with discoverability. John says, the fees from Buy Me a Coffee, I eat those fees, not like it's a lot, so I do not charge it back to my viewers. Yep. Cool. Okay. What else we got going? Focus on keywords. Yeah, fill it all out. Get the SEO as good as possible, the search engine optimization. Basically, fill out all the fields. Because then the more YouTube knows about your video, the more comfortable it will be matching your video with search terms. YouTube's all about searching. Remember, put up that little graphic in the beginning, which I can never find on my list here. The make searchable videos people actually want. This one. Searchable videos. So the more metadata you have an accurate description, you have an accurate title, you have accurate keywords. The closed captionings are what you've actually said in the video. All of that helps YouTube determine what's in your video, and they'll be more comfortable putting it in the search results list when someone searches for something. That's what they want to do. YouTube doesn't want to hurt you. YouTube doesn't want to suppress you. YouTube wants to put the most likely video in front of people who are searching, the most likely video that person will want to watch. And you help YouTube identify your video as that match. Fill it all out. Roy W. Richardson, hello, welcome to the channel. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the internet. Yes, it absolutely is. Thank you for dropping that knowledge bomb. Google is the first largest, the largest. I can't talk today. Yes, and the search box on YouTube is the second largest. YouTube wants to rule the world. I don't doubt it, brother. Optimize your site. Again, this is an article on how to drive traffic to your website, but a lot of it applies to YouTube. This is basically what I was talking about. When it comes to YouTube, this is basically what I was talking about above. Put everything in there. That about page, the about box for the about your channel, that's what surfaces on Google. When someone does all things YouTube and they search it, if the all things YouTube channel comes up in the search results, they're going to put the blurb that's in that about box, which is important. That's why you shouldn't skimp on it. Technical improvements. Again, this is built for websites, doesn't really apply to YouTube. And I think that's it. Oh, advertise. I'm not a big fan of using paid advertising, but anyway, that's a tactic there on the article, and that is what the article has for us today. Hey, John, there's the tip. Did you see it come in? Thank you, brother. Did it do a little? Was I over? Yeah, I don't think it showed. I have a little animation that plays sometimes, but I have to be on this screen. Thank you, John. Check that out. So now John's name will stay there until someone else tips over top of him. Isn't that cool? I love technology. Technology is cool. Any other questions you have on the YouTubes? I will do an unboxing of this guy when it arrives tomorrow. This is yeah, I just put that in the chat. That's this guy here. And this sucker's going to screen 2 terabytes of space with, I've never seen one rated that fast. That is internal hard drive speeds or internal drive speeds. And then this is going to go here. Like, watch this. When I go into Photoshop, I'm going to do this tomorrow. So I'm going to, if you go to preferences and go to scratch disks. Yeah. Look at this. So right now, this is to my internal hard drive. I'm going to make that SSD the scratch disk. And then that's going to save on read-write transfers to my internal drive of my Mac Mini to prolong the life of the Mac Mini internal drive. And when I'm in Final Cut Pro, the project resources are going to be on this drive. And there's going to be No waiting. No waiting whatsoever. I'm so psyched. Hey, thank you, Kevin. Excellent. Appreciate that. That helps. That helps the channel a lot. I appreciate that so very much. Thank you. Any other questions about the YouTubes? If you're not in this Facebook group, yes, I have a thriving YouTube community on a different platform, Facebook. Get in there. And then this is my website. Hey, check this out. If you haven't been over to the website, I've been tweaking it. I've been tweaking it lately. Here's how you get into the free training. Buying guide. Don't forget about this buying guide. This is a public Google Doc, and I've got everything listed out here. And I've got the pros and the cons of the different item based on what your use case is, vlogs, live streaming, or editing videos. All here for you. So that's a resource for you. Here's all the ways you can support, including crypto. No one has ventured into this aisle yet, but it's if you know how to do it, these are the public wallet IDs. So that will be fun. And if you want to shop on Amazon, I put a link here. This takes you out to my microphone, but just clicking that link, any shopping you do on Amazon for 24 hours, I'll get a small credit. Same price for you. I'll catch it. So if you want to help support All Things YouTube and you don't want to use Buy Me a Coffee and you need to buy something on Amazon, go to allthingsyoutube.com. Go here and scroll down. Click this. And then just forget about that mic and then just search for whatever you want. So you want to do a capture card. Okay. Oh, that's the one I want. Click that. Oh, that's not the one you want because that's not the plus. You want the HD60S Plus. In any event, and then when you check out, I'll catch a few pennies. So that's cool. But yeah, come back to the website every now and then because I do update it. And are you subscribed to email? This is how you can subscribe to email. Oh, and Notion. Oh, this is fantastic. Look at this. This is everything I'm doing on other people's shows. So I'm on all these different channels, and these are the shows I'm doing over here. And the links directly to them. And if you want to see this in a calendar view, well, there's your calendar view. For Bose Wednesdays on the 5th, Mind Equals Blown on the 6th, and VF Talks. Because I don't only stream on All Things YouTube. I stream on other people's channels too. And then if you really want to get adventurous, come down here to this footer, and you'll see everything I published on my other channels. Who likes Gwen Stefani? I think she's fabulous. I did a cover of her song, Don't Speak. It's amazing. So you can pop into these other channels down here. Here's everything I've done on All Things YouTube lately, including, what's this? That's my podcast. I have an audio podcast. Yes, did you know that? I do. I'll take you right to it. It's actually on podcast.allthingsyoutube.com. That's the website. And I'm available on all these wonderful places. Folks, I know a lot about technology. If you have any questions, you let me know. This is the place to do it. Okay. I think we're going to wrap up tonight's show. Thank you, everyone. Before you go, wait. Before you go, here is the link to next week's show. Click that link and choose set reminder. Then you'll get a reminder a week from now. Verbose Wednesdays is a show I do with Robert Lee from Shalalala Productions. That's this channel. And we're talking about email marketing. Do check that out. Mind Equals Blown is a channel I do with Brenda G from Brenda G's Designs. And I can't describe what we do there because her and I don't even know. It's comedy. The topic should be, the show's going to go off the rails. Come watch the train wreck. And then I talked to my buddy, John Ventrini here on VF Talks. And I'm on with Paul Burke and a couple other people. It's a lot of fun. My live stream is March 12th. Already has 115 views and going up daily. Sweet. Going up. I like that. I like things going up. See this? That little table there? It's a graph going up. Up is the way we like it. And that's what happens when you make searchable videos people actually watch. They actually watch them. People, not bots. People. If people come back and they watch your stuff, the algorithm will follow. YouTube is made of people. Every comment is a person. Every like is a person. Every view is a person. If you make videos for people, the algorithm will reward you because the algorithm is tuned to people. Okay, I'm leaving it there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kevin and John, for the Stream Elements tips. Thank you, everyone who supports me out there on the interwebs. I'm available. I'm reachable. I'm ready to help. If I can help you, let me know. If I can, I will. And this is a good place to start, but I'm helpful everywhere I can be on the internet. But I'm fastest on this one. All right, we're leaving it here. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your Monday. Have a great week. I'll see you on the interwebs. Bye.